Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video. Yes, if you're looking right now at your LCD, you will see that a peaceful shutter, a peaceful shutter. It goes by the name of Nicholas Miller, who's from Denham Town. And they say he was a peaceful, law-abiding citizen. But yet he was on bail for, dusting out for, dirting another Jamaican. Yes, and they say he's a peaceful shutter. And the Denham Town police dust him out. So, as usual, in these communities, especially Kingston Western Police Division, where I am from, I can tell you that, wow, I honestly, if I give you a figure, it just be all with speculation. But we know that law-abiding citizens live there, but because of the community and the communities and how the people inside they have to operate in the orbit, you'll have to just use a broad brush and say about I would say about 35% 35 to 60% of the people who live in these communities are criminal minded and support criminality, are criminals per se. And the reason why we're saying that is the way that these people are cultured. They have been taught, it's something that's imparted to them from generation to generation, that you must hate the police is your enemy. And you can't respect the soldier because the soldier don't interact with the people every day, unless they are on patrol. So soldiers are seen as good, good people, but the police are labeled as bad people, and police call police Babylon, and them say when you become police in Jamaica, you take an oath against your mother. I don't know where them get that madness from, but that is a thing that they use to brainwash people, especially in these garrison communities, for you not to become member of the security force, especially police. And the way that these people have been cultured over the years, they are criminal minded people. So that whenever something happens, they're always going to defend the criminals. So we're gonna, you're going to see various things that happen. Yes, this man, he went on a armed robbery, along with other men. Some of the properties were recovered by the police. But even before, we continue the journey with these people to show you how they operate, that these people do not have any respect for the laws of Jamaica. These are violent people, and the biggest contributors and supporters of the nation's depraved mind are the women. So sometimes when some people will like saying whenever you see a woman is killed, like someone was telling me earlier about a woman who had received close to 3 dozen gunshots, and I was very sympathetic to the woman based on the video that I have done. And someone else said to me, you don't know how many people's life that woman has cost. That is the woman who have set up people, men, went to do business with them and then they kill them. So what they have done, they had literally set her up and then they kill her in that fashion. Because these people are people who contribute to the killing spree in Jamaica of keeping the belt that feed hell with murderers. So we want you, our loyal viewers and subscribers, to listen what the police in Kingston Western is saying about this man, and then you watch, you listen, you decide, because you're gonna hear what a female has said about the man, and it is just astounding to hear something emits from someone's mouth when they know everything that they're saying is nothing but lies. So you watch, you listen, you decide.
Divisional Commander for the Kingston
8 rules.
Alright, Michael Phipps, Senior Superintendent, Divisional Commander for the Kingston Western Division.
Mr. Phipps, from what you have gathered from your officers on the road, give us an overview of what's happening between yesterday and today.
Alright, what we can tell you is that the incident emanated from a pursuit where a motor vehicle with men armed with guns were involved in a robbery along Spanish Town Road in the St. Andrews South Division. The information was circulated by the police radio network. The officers who were on patrol within the Denham Town community actually spotted this particular vehicle. They went in pursuit of the vehicle, during which time men from the vehicle alighted, opened gunfire at the police, and the police returned the fire. After the shooting subsided, one man was found with what appeared to be gunshot injuries. The motor car which was involved in the robbery, as also the items which were stolen from the premises in that robbery over in St. Andrews South, were recovered at the scene as well.
Where is St. Andrews South?
The incident, based on my information, occurred somewhere along the Spanish Town Road area.
Sir, the residents were deliberate that it was deliberate shooting. They say the man held up his hand to say that he had no guns, he was on his phone playing games. He was merely trying to save his nieces from any potential gunshot. What do you respond to that?
Alright, I will not comment on what the residents are saying at this time, except to say that we realize that they are disputing the account of our police officers. We have since engaged the services of Indicom, and they are here doing their investigations, and we are cooperating fully with them. I would want to urge the residents who may have witnessed something just to speak with Indicom so that we can have a thorough investigation and identify what exactly may have transpired with this particular incident.
Mr. Phipps, was there any weapons retrieved from the man who was fatally shot?
No firearm was recovered at the scene of the incident, but the items which were stolen from the place of the robbery, those items and the motor vehicle were recovered at the scene.
I gather that the deceased man was reporting to the responsibilities. Could you comment on that?
Alright, we know that the deceased has been identified as Nicholas Miller, otherwise called Miller. He was charged some time ago and is in fact reporting on condition of bail at the Denham Town Police Station. He is one of those persons who is under what we refer to as a curfew order. So oftentimes we will have to visit his place of abode to ensure that he stays within the confines of his home based on the instructional order of the court as a part of the condition of his bail.
What was he charged with?
He was charged with murder.
Is he a troublemaker in the community?
Well, I wouldn't want to speak to his character except to say that he was charged with an offense of murder by the Kingston Western Police, and that matter is before the court, so I wouldn't want to comment further on it.
Mr. Phipps, can you speak to some of the items that
were said to be stolen.
All right, I do know that 2 gaming boxes were recovered at the scene of the incident, as also the motor car which was used in the robbery in which the gunmen traveled, really.
Do you know the motor car belongs to?
Well, we have some information and we are checking that information to verify ownership of the motor vehicle.
And what about the men who knew the police?
We have some information and we are working on those information, but we would not want to go ahead of Indicom to share that information. We allow Indicom to do the investigations, but we do know that a number of names are being called and we are pursuing those persons, of course, with the support of Indicom.
How many of them were traveling with them?
The information is suggesting that 4 persons were aboard this motor car.
And Miller was assumed to be one of them?
Well, the information, as I said, is that the officers are alleging that Miller was part of the group that went to the premises to carry out that particular robbery, and he was the person who actually ran from the front passenger vehicle of that motor car. But as I said, these are information which is being disputed by the community, so we'll just allow Indicom to do their investigations and determine the accuracy of that information.
Mr. Phipps, it seems as if every time there seems to be a period of peace or normalcy coming back to the delinquents, something like this of this nature.
No, I would not agree with you. The area, the police division, Kingston Western, is an area that is somewhat volatile. From time to time, the police officers have to execute their duties under circumstances which sometimes causes confrontation with some persons, especially those on the other side of law and order. So you will see incidents happening from time to time, but I would not say then that each time there is some amount of calm to the area that it is disrupted by the action of the security forces. I would not really say that. I just know that it's a very tough division, one in which there are lots of criminal activities and the police are relentless in our efforts to rid the area of these criminal activities and the criminals, of course. So we from time to time know there are going to be confrontations, but we expect that the officers at all times will be rather professional in their approach and the execution of their duties. And we encourage them to do that.
Speaking of criminality.
All right, Michael Phipps.
Well, as a man who was born in Kingston Western Police Division, everything that SSP Michael Phipps has said is true. It's a volatile police division. It's one of the police division, and you as a police officer, the easiest place for you to arrested and charged with murder is Kingston Eastern Division and Kingston Western because of politics. Yes, when you work in these divisions as a police officer, if the powers that be is not in your corner, it's easy for you to be arrested and charged with murder because of these criminals, because of their political affiliation. The easiest place, I am telling you. So you're looking at yes, that man right now you're looking at, Nicholas Miller, he's the epitome. Yeah, he's the epitome of a peaceful gunman who was on bail for murder of an unarmed Jamaican, and he used an illegal gun. So we're gonna let you listen now to a woman from the community. But you know, before you listen to the woman from the community, we're gonna show you how these people operate, because I am from Kingston Western Police Division. I was born and raised there. I wasn't born at Jubilee as my other siblings. That's where I was born. They say nothing good come from there, but I am a product of that community. But it's all have to do with parenting. Imagine now, you know, I had family member who lived there and due to one and two little things find himself on the other side of the law. Wasn't a violent person, but when you live in the ghetto, sometimes violent come your way, and you know, you have to respond in a certain way. But I am very happy that during my time I did not experience any of that, because I had, you know, elderly family member who was respected in our community of Jonestown and Jungle. You understand? As a football and 1 and 2 little things. So no one didn't mess with me. So I didn't have any problem like that. So I want you to listen to what. First, I want you to watch a video first. I have to show you how these people respond when it comes down to one of their known killers is killed by the police or they operate. Those of you who have been following this channel and in Jamaica or in the diaspora would know that anytime you see the Jamaican people, they block the road whenever police kill someone. You don't know if nor buts. You know that person is a killer. You understand? Because in Jamaica, you know, especially in Kingston, West Indies, where I'm from, if you're a peaceful person, nobody have no respect for you, you know? That's how it is. Nobody don't respect you. They see you as a fool. I don't know how we come by that. And you know, we're gonna show you a video how Jamaica become the criminal paradise and what started it. If you are a peaceful person and you're not somebody who's making duppy, nobody respect you. If you don't have any criminal in your family, any killer, you don't have anyone who has been to jail in Jamaica, nobody have no respect for you. So a man like me, who's from Kingston Western Police Division, none of these people would look up to me as a role model. They see me as a fool. First they're gonna say me an informer, me a sellout, me a traitor, because throughout my life I have always been serving the government wherever I live, and you know, looking on protecting the people. They don't respect men like me. They respect men like George Pang. George Pang, who's a known killer, a murderer, and a man who has a license gun, and a man who have a militia in Jonestown with AK-47 rifle and have a license gun. But a police officer who was shot in the line of duty in Jamaica, the FLA can take away his firearm because he's not living in Jamaica. You see you know how it works. So we want you to watch this video. You watch, you listen, and you decide.
Of Nicholas Miller, the young man was brutally murdered yesterday in Denhamton on Wellington Street. Nicholas Miller was a good citizen in the community, working class. He surrendered and they killed him innocently. We need justice. If we don't protest loudly like this, our voices will not be heard. Me, now come stand up here and do this for no gunman. I have one innocent man make me do this. Yesterday, Mr. Miller was preventing 2 children by getting hurt and him end up losing life. We need justice. We need somebody for help. We can't make this sweep underneath the rug because of that gonna happen. The police that killed him need to come forward and claim himself and tag to the residents, and then the government take it from there. We are tired, we are angry, we are hurting, we need help from somebody, anybody, Indicom, somebody, anybody. Him life just can't go down the drain. So Stuart, them call him Stewie, I don't even know him name, but we have the video of him killing Nicholas Miller. Come past that, mama, show the video.
So tell me something, have you seen Indicom or anything as yet?
Well, I personally have not spoken to them as yet.
Are you willing to give Indicom a statement?
Yes, I will. I tell you that this is my cousin, innocent man, working class, hard-working man.
I heard yesterday that a car drove up and he ran believing that, you know, probably he'd be attacked by the security forces, and the security forces thought that he was a part of the...
No. Yesterday a car came on. I'm not sure who was in the car. I'm not sure what type of car it is. I'm not sure about anything. But I heard that there was an incident with the police and a resident or residents. I'm not sure, as I said before, me no know. Him have 2 kids that was outside. Him took the 2 pit them, bring them in the yard. When the look police running upon him have hold up him, and as I said, he surrendered and they killed him innocently. Then hold up him and him come out gunshot for days. Gunshot like dog to one innocent man. Yeah, they have not received a illegal firearm or any legal firearm from him, so I don't know why them kill him.
Thank you very much.
Shadim Johnson, cousin of Nicholas Miller, the young man that was brutally murdered yesterday in Denhamton on Wellington Street. Nicholas Miller was a good citizen in the community, working class. He surrendered and they killed him innocently. We need justice. If we don't protest loudly like this, our voices will not be heard. Me, now come stand up here and do this for no gunman. I have one innocent man make me do this. Yesterday, say Mr. Miller was preventing 2 children by getting hurt and him end up losing life. We need justice. We need somebody for help. We can't make the sweep underneath the rug because of that gonna happen. The police that killed him, he need to come forward and claim himself and talk to the residents, and then the government take it from there. We are.
Yes, looking at that young woman, you know that when she was born, you know that a liar spit in her mouth. So you know that that's why she's such a pathological and professional liar. But this woman failed to understand that no peaceful man or person use an illegal gun to take the life of another is peaceful. So this man used an illegal gun to take the life of another resident of the community, and hence he's violent and a killer, and he was a career criminal. So what the police did, you know, we say happy riddance to Nicholas Miller. Yes, and to all those who claiming that he was a decent citizen. If he's decent, then I'm a saint, because he's a murderer. And they believe that wrong is right and right is a right, so they are always right. I want to tell you that it's one of the toughest place to work as a police officer where I am from, that police division. It's always a problem. One of the greatest things I'm happy that I did not. Honestly, there's 2 divisions in the police force that they see. It is labeled as dumping ground: St. Mary and Kingston West. Kingston Western Division, you know, it's a very tough place to work, and one of the easiest place as a crime fighter for you to be arrested and charged with murder when you're defending your life. That's how it is there. As I said, the people that live in there, majority of them are criminal minded, criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and they are all parasites. These are people who quit murders. You understand? I don't know how people do that, you know, but the police officers that work there, kudos to them. It's one of the toughest places. And you know, although I'm from Kingston West, I know that you know, it is just totally a different police division to work as a police officer in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. But we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we say happy riddance to Nicholas Miller. In Jamaica, the residents only block the public thoroughfare when they believe and know that a known killer is killed by the security forces, and not for decent law-abiding citizens whose lives are snuffed out at the hands of these murderers. And some people say it's a complex issues with no easy answers. So many factors contribute to this phenomenon. One thing I can tell you for a fact is that these people living in these ghettos do not see themselves as law-abiding citizens. Most of them, and those who do not support these killers when they are killed by the police, will be given an ultimatum to move out of these communities. It's either you move out or them chalk you out. I just saw it go. You have to work with the system. You know, I am very happy that when I was growing up, I didn't have to work with this kind of system. But it's the political leadership, the 18 years of the PMP LGBTQ plus party that contribute to this kind of support for criminality and normalizing it in Jamaica. In the 80s, we didn't have this kind of, you know, criminal supporting system in Jamaica. And you know, it started from in the 90s where they empower all these criminals. But most of the citizens living there are hostages in these communities. They are hostages and are not free people. Yes, you live in a community, in these communities, you cannot be free, because you have to do what the Dan or people affiliated with the Dan says. If you don't, you know, it's just brutality. That's how these people operate there. You understand? So you have to, you know, it's and when they when the so-called human rights people support the killers of these communities, they are destroying the lives of their residents. The reason for them blocking the roads and major thoroughfare are, you know, to the residents, they perceive injustice. When residents believe that the security forces have unjustly killed a known killer, they may feel that they need to take action to protest the killing. This could be because they believe that the killer was not given a fair trial, or that they were killed excessively or unnecessarily. And these are the same people, you know, we tell us that they met up, you know, but yet still when their time to go through the departure long, everybody start, yeah, boy, like your woman, I say, oh, I'm a decent boy, and him this and him that. You know, look here, for you kill people, departure long for you. You know, you understand. He's on bail for murder, and them say him commit even 2 more murders since he's on bail. And although the SSP said them have to visit him from time to time for watch him curfew, hey look, criminal now abide by the law. So any judge who give him that order, that judge is sick. And I remember one time you charged him murder in the 80s and early 90s, you couldn't get bail until a case try. Is either you're acquitted or you go to prison. No, a man will charge for all 5 murder get bail in Jamaica, so people's life have no value there. So no wonder why people, anytime a member of somebody's family is killed, they retaliate. And it's because of the system, the justice system. There's no justice in Jamaica, so that's why people them killing each other and each other's family members. Residents may also fear reprisals from the killer's friends or family if they do not protest the killing. This is especially true in cases where the killer is well known, feared, and respected in the community. So these gunmen, you know, killers, them feel that the people love them, you know. It's not love, you know, it's just the people them afraid of you. They don't love you, and they don't respect you either. Because when people give you respect through coercion, that is not respect. So most of you have it wrong, because most of you gunmen and dons are illiterate, low IQ people and lacking emotional intelligence. People don't love you when you kill other people. Only the low IQ, depraved women them do that. And most of these women them, a majority of their children, father are either dead or in prison. So the reason why them black, they, you know, will continue. So a sense of community. Blocking the thoroughfare can be a way for the residents to show their solidarity and support for each other. A majority of them are socialized and educated in these universities from a tender age. That the best way to become a criminal who is willing to kill, rob others of their properties. And also a university, we are talking about the ghetto. When you're from the ghetto, it's a university itself, you know. If you come from a ghetto and you get out, my mother say ghetto mean get out. So some people, hey boy, I come from ghetto. My mother say yeah, ghetto mean get out. You don't want to stay there. You understand? So it, you know, it can also be a way to express their anger and frustration at the high level of crime and violence in Jamaica. So you know, most criminal-minded people, and based on what is happening right now in Jamaica, a lack of trust in the police. Many residents of Jamaica, especially criminal-minded people, do not like or trust the police to protect them from crime, because they have been taught from a tender age to hate the police, because they are the enemies of the poor, as if the police are lawmakers responsible for improving their lives or encouraging them to read and become better citizens. This is due to many factors, including corruption, inefficiency, and brutality. As a result, residents may feel they need to take matters into their own hands. It is important to note that not all residents of Jamaica block the thoroughfares when security forces kill a known killer. Many factors can influence whether or not the resident do this, including the specific circumstances of the killing, the relationship between the killers and the community, and the level of trust the residents have in the police. It is also important to note that blocking the thoroughfare can have negative consequences. It can disrupt traffic and businesses, and it can also lead to violence. However, it is also a way for residents to express their frustration and demand change. But their change they must demand should be from themselves to change their thinking and be decent, honest, hard-working citizens and make themselves employable, and stop supporting the parasitic behavior of being a criminal supporter and enabler. So, you know, people living at the ghetto in the so-called garrison, most of them are hostages because that's how it is there. You have no freedom of speech. You cannot even express yourself. You have to do what you're told, or else they will just kill you. We support the security force in trying to rid the country of criminals who are parasites to the people. And we know that this man, Nicholas Miller, was no angel. And is rightfully at the departure lounge as the victim of this man, Nicholas Miller. They are very, very happy that justice come, although to them it's better late than never. They're happy because that he's dead. Because if he is convicted of the crime, you go to prison, he will get probation like Danville Palmer and come back and kill other people. So the people do not want to see the recurring, the door keep opening and closing on these murderers. They rather to see them at the departure lounge. Adios, Nicholas Miller. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.